For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to Pt2.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of the Euro 2020 with England mini-series that we're running here in between seasons 5 and 6 of the career mode Road to Glory. I have advanced into season 6 now. We're on the very first day of the transfer window, July the 1st, 2020. We've our final group stage game against Norway here, as you can see, with games in the Champions League already scheduled. No, apologies, that's not the Champions League, that is the European Super Cup. Of course, we won the Champions League, Dortmund won the Europa League, so that will be a one-off game played later in the series. Of course, the fourth qualifying round of the Champions League isn't played until the end of July, so getting a little bit ahead of myself there. But one thing we're not doing with regards to getting ahead of ourselves is hoping to go a lot deeper in this tournament. We're taking it one game at a time. I was expecting to be quite comfortable in this group stage, and it has been anything but. We've come away with 2 wins and 2 clean sheets, but we had to fight extremely hard against both Scotland and Norway, Scotland and Hungary, apologies, to get the wins that we've gotten to get us into the position where anything against Norway and we're through to the knockouts. Spain and Belgium are through in Group A. France and Russia are through in Group B. France initially started off bottom of the group after being defeated. Germany and the Netherlands are through in Group C. Germany winning all 3 of their games, the only side to do so. But we could become the second side to do so should we get a victory over Norway. If we stay top of the group, we'll face either the Netherlands, Russia or Belgium in the quarterfinals. Should we, by some stretch, end up finishing second in the group, we'll play either Spain, France or Germany. So I think I'd like to finish top and end up getting drawn against Russia. That would be the best scenario, wouldn't it? Don't want to play Belgium or the Netherlands. So I think topping the group and playing Russia would be the best scenario for us. We will play the quarterfinal in today's episode as well. And then should we get through the quarterfinal, the semi and subsequently if we get through the final will be single game individual episodes. Obviously if we reach the final, the suit will go back on again. But we'll start with this first game against Norway. As we progress through the remainder of this tournament, there will be little tidbits from the career mode RTG that I'll probably throw in just to keep you up to date with this save, i.e. if we get any sort of pre-season friendlies, I'll show you those. When pre-contract players arrive, I'll show you those as well. And then we'll quickly recap that in episode 1 of season 6 after this little mini-series. So just keeping you up to speed with everything that's going on. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this Euro 2020 journey, or of course season 6 of the RTG, or the remainder of season 1 in the Napoli career mode series. Of course, that series going from strength to strength, still pushing forward towards the transfer window currently. So we'll dive in here against Norway. I'm going to play a full rotation side, or at least as rotated a side as I possibly can, due to the close nature of the fixtures. Of course, being in a European competition or World Cup, as it happens, we're in Euro 2020 currently. The fixtures come very, very quickly, so it's quite difficult to maintain squad cohesion, but we will try our best to keep everybody as fit as possible. As you can see, a few players not necessarily struggling for fitness, but not as fit as they could be. We'll actually throw our very own Aidan Watson in goal for this one, and Andros Townsend can hop up here onto the bench. Be tempted to change formation and maybe put a cam in there and play Berahino a cam, and I think that's what I will do, but we'll do that in the next page once we actually get to the actual game itself. So drop the video a like, subscribe if you haven't. I said that rather quickly. Drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll jump into this game against Norway. Melling inside to Nielsen. Kyle Walker gets it off him. Zaha quickly forward through there to Saido Berahino. Rashford looking to get in behind, and Norway have committed a lot of bodies forward at the beginning of this game. You can tell there's a lot on the line for them here. They need to get a result, but Rashford is trying his best to deny them that opportunity and tucks that away very, very comfortably. His first real action in Euro 2024 is here. Beats one man, skips past another, and then drills that hard and low into the bottom corner away from the keeper. That's top quality from Marcus Rashford. 84 rated right now in this save, and proving that he deserves every little bit of that rating. 1-0 England. Dele into Rashford. Berahino there ahead of me. Swapping roles, really, Berahino and Rashford in this particular move. But so did Berahino in behind. That's a pen, has to be. I was about to pull the trigger. Now, will the referee send Nordtveit off here? No, just a yellow card. That's the right decision, especially this early on in the game. Because by the new rules, unless it's violent conduct, it should be a yellow card and a penalty. A number of times in FIFA, though, you see red cards given for those. But thankfully, this time the referee deems it fit to only issue a yellow card. We'll let Saido Berahino take it, considering he was about to put the ball in the back of the net himself anyway. And he's tucked that penalty away. Well, that's 2-0 England. It's really nice to have gotten the goals at the beginning of a game and not at the very end of the game like we did against Scotland and Hungary, having to wait until the last 10 minutes against Scotland and the last 10 seconds against Hungary. But now a comfortable margin between ourselves and Norway, and there's still plenty of time to just see the game out, get top of the group, and then, fingers crossed, draw Russia in the knockouts. That's tackled by Berahino. High up the pitch, Rashford lays it into him. We'll go back to Rashford again, and through that gap, Saido Berahino for 3. We're tearing them apart here. Norway were second in the group, above our 2 previous opponents, but this has been the simplest of the 3 games we've played so far. Berahino and Rashford creating quite the partnership up there as a cam and a striker. I ended up switching to a 4-2-3-1 wide, which is obviously the formation you guys know is my favourite, and proving that I am pretty decent with that formation, because we're 3-0 up inside the first half. Corner for England. Dele Alli to whip it in, looking for a 4th just before the break, although the keeper's going to get to that. No, he's not. Yes, he is. That was nearly a 4th as Nyland dropped that, but thankfully for his defenders, he was able to gobble it up at the second attempt and keep them, I say keep them in the game. It is 3-0, but stop them from being completely out of touch. 3-0 is recoverable, 4 perhaps not so. Nice ball down the line though here into Zahid. Are they going to get an opportunity before the end of the game? Committed to the challenge there. Clearly Zahid knew it was coming. Got away from one, gets away from the second, but the ball to James Ward-Prowse, and that should be half-time. Ref, thank you. 3-0 at the break. Nielsen into Henriksen. I thought he was going to go for the 1-2. In the end, he's gone solo and gone for the shot, but that's comfortable for Watson. I can be confident in my goalkeeper. I know exactly how good he is, because we've been playing with him for a couple of seasons in career mode with Cambridge, haven't we, in the RTG. So we know all about Aidan Watson in between the sticks. I feel 100% confident that he will keep a clean sheet here against Norway. Although saying that, we don't keep that many clean sheets at Cambridge, although we did get, oh, Marcus, 4-0. He did win the Golden Glove in the Premier League last season, Aidan Watson. I think this keeper for Norway should be doing a little bit better than he is with a number of the goals that have gone in here. Oh, to be fair, it is very well placed from Marcus Rashford. I thought Rashford's first goal, the keeper should have done better. Initially, I thought he should have done better with that, but after seeing that replay from behind the shot, it's probably just that little bit too far out of his reach. It's England 4, Norway 0. Townsend through there to Rashford, into Berahino. Can we get Marcus Rashford a hat-trick? No, but we could get Berahino a second. We can't do that either. Shot blocked by the defender. Berahino nearly able to get us a 5th for the day. Rashford could bring that down. I thought as he had a little bit of space, I was like, well, maybe if I back away a little bit, I could chest it down and then get a shot off. I think Rashford's performance in this game deserves a hat-trick. Smalling looking for him there, can't get it to him. But, oh, James Ward-Prowse has blocked. It's going to drop to Dele Alli. Into Townsend, goes down. Oh, I thought for a moment he was going to blow for a penalty there. No, it's the final whistle. It's typical, isn't it? We struggle against Hungary and Scotland. I play my fringe players in a nothing game against Norway, and we stroll to a 4-0 victory in another dominant performance. This time actually able to take the chances that we had rather than waste them. Scotland get a 1-0 win against Hungary, so I think that's us ending on 9, and Hungary, Scotland and Norway all ending on 3. So who's going to come through with us in the group stage? I don't know, because it will go on head-to-head, won't it? There are the pre-contract arrivals for the Cambridge team. Obviously, we mentioned at the beginning that there'd be some little tidbits from the RTG seeping through into this mini-series. Nabil Fekir has joined us. Luciano Vietto has joined us. Emre Can has joined us. Raheem Sterling has joined us, as has Jonathan Tah. Could you have gotten 5 better signings at this stage of a save? I don't think so. Oh, we are going to get an invite to a pre-season tournament with Cambridge. Okay. Not really fussed about any, so we'll just take the one that has the highest prize money. When those games will be played, though, I'm not sure, because we're at a European tournament right now. So when will they be scheduled for? Is it going to be later in the window? It is. It's going to be later in the window. So that's the quarter. So then presumably the semi would be midweek and then the final at the weekend. And then we'd start playing the friendlies. I'm not sure. We've got the Dutch, though. We've been drawn against the Dutch. The Spanish have beaten the Russians by a 0-0 in one of the other quarterfinals. So we'll have to wait and see. Was Scotland that made it through? There you go. You can see bottom left. Let's switch to table view. Scotland, oh, they finished on 6. It was Hungary that didn't have any points. I thought it was the other way around. I thought Hungary and Norway had 3, but it was Scotland and Norway on 3. So England and Scotland both through to the knockouts. Scotland, unfortunately for them, have drawn the Germans. We have the Dutch. We'll head now into that game against said Dutch, and we'll see if we can get ourselves a victory and through to the semi-finals of this Euro 2020 tournament. All the other results are in. Spain have beaten Russia by a 0-0. Belgium beaten France by a 0-0 to go hand in hand with Germany's 1-0 victory over Scotland. So, to keep up with appearances, either myself or the Netherlands should win this game by a 0-0. I'd rather it were me. I'd rather it were more comfortable than a 0-0. But just any form of victory will suit me down to the ground. I'm interested to see what team the Dutch are putting out. I've gone back to the 4-3-3 that we used in the first 2 group stage games. A number of players that were rested for the previous one have come back in, like Harry Kane, like Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Raheem Sterling, etc. It's doing. Hang on, let's see if we can spot anyone. Virgil van Dijk. Is that Gini Wijnaldum there, number 15, potentially? Anyone else that we recognise? I mean, not really. Memphis Depay, recognise him. Not sure about a number of the others. I think a handful of those were default game faces. It pauses for the national anthems there as it scrolls across, but they don't actually play. I don't know whether that's a bug or whether they don't actually have the rights to the national anthems this year. I'm not sure. I think a number of those are generic game faces, aren't they? So we'll have to wait and see what their starting lineup looks like. I was kind of hoping that the graphics would come on screen a little bit quicker than this, but Memphis Depay starting for them. Will he be up top as a striker, or will he be played out wide? Here's my starting lineup. Aidan Watson continues in goal, putting my faith in my own club goalkeeper, putting my faith in my own club right back, centre back, and CDM with Stones, Halliday, and Dyer in there. Smalling and Shaw back in the starting lineup as all right. Here's their starting lineup: Zoet, Tete, Van Dijk, De Vries, Willems, Strootman, Klaassen, Bazua, Depay, Janssen, Promes. Okay, so it wasn't Gini Wijnaldum that I saw. It must have been Quincy Promes that I saw in that lineup then, that I thought was Gini Wijnaldum. Never mind. It's a strong Dutch side, and we're both... My chair appears to be stuck in a groove in the floor. Both playing a similar formation. We'll have to wait and see who comes out on top. Good tackle by Eric Dyer to Dele Alli. Out there to Barkley. Good run being made here by Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. We'll give that to Raheem Sterling. We'll try a Berber spin to get in the box. Early finesse shot. Bounces right off Virgil van Dijk and out for a corner. Dele Alli will take the set piece towards Ross Barkley's in there. It's Bazor that won the header. John Stones brings that down well, but loses out in the battle of strength to Quincy Promes. Slowed him down a little bit at least. Vincent Janssen trying to get away, but Luke Shaw gets the tackle in and the pass off here to Harry Kane. Kane loses out to De Vries and Strootman will clear it. No side really taking the initiative in the opening 15 minutes of this game. Both just kind of feeling each other out, and no one really causing either goalkeeper any problems whatsoever. As soon as I say that, though, here comes Memphis to play on a nice run, but we've been able to put halt to it. Dyer just manages to poke that to Kane, and I'll play that over the top for Sterling to run onto. Here we go, Raheem Sterling. Cut back inside, that's nicely done. Across to a teammate, Dele Alli. I'm trying to hit that first time, but he just felt the need to take the touch first. Never mind, here's a throw. Oxlade-Chamberlain with the throw to Dele Alli. Poke that back through to him. Eventually gets it under control and lovely finish. We lead early on again, this time after 17 minutes. Took him ages to get that under control, but actually, by taking a couple of heavy touches, it actually got him past the defender, who didn't expect him to kind of knock it on with his thigh. And then it's a very good finish from a tight angle, though the keeper's positioning is a little bit open for question, but still, we'll take it. 1-0 England. Memphis inside to Bazua. Across to Vincent Janssen, out wide to Memphis again. Oh, he's done me there. Completely done me, but he's turned back, had the space for a cross, and elected to not shoot. Here's Pt2 Willems, gets the turn in. That's a decent cross, and the man free at the back post is Quincy Promes, but his touch lets him down. Really good opportunity there for the Dutch to get themselves an equaliser, but Promes' first touch completely kills the good work from Memphis and Pt2 Willems on this near side. Just over 10 minutes to go in this first half, and like we say, at this particular moment in time, our lead looks pretty comfortable, although Promes could give me a good case of the commentator's curse, but we've been able to deal with it so far. Here's Vincent Janssen. Get rid, please, Christopher. Thank you. Harry Kane nowhere near it. Less than 10 minutes to go now. Still 1-0 England. Oh, it's a good delivery. Dele Alli heads away, but only as far as Pt2 Willems, and it's on his left foot here. He could shoot. Decided against it. He's gone for the shot on his right instead. Good save by Watson. And Luke Shaw will keep that in. He's done brilliantly to avoid giving away a corner there. Counter-attack opportunity maybe. Poke Harry Kane in around the corner. Unlucky there from Ross Barkley. Sterling cut inside. Give it back to Harry Kane. And he'll look for Ross Barkley again, but Virgil van Dijk tackles him. The Dutch starting to grow into this. Getting a little bit more adventurous going forward. But half-time is on the horizon now. Tep with a throw. One option there really in Promes, but he's able to get it to him. Drilled back to the edge of the box to Strootman. Could shoot. Out wide to Memphis Depay. His shot actually hits his teammate there in Bazour. Good turn, good shot, good save. Corner to the Netherlands. Strootman to take it. Promes is going short. I'm followed with him. Is he going to... Yeah, he's still going to use him. Pulled back here to Bazour. Blocked by Kane. Good defensive work from him. Vincent Janssen. Out here to Willems. Good tackle by Oxlade-Chamberlain. The Dutch definitely getting better and better in this game, but they could be they could have been on the back foot there if Dele Alli had found the pass off to Raheem Sterling, which unfortunately he wasn't able to do. Klaassen down there to Willems, out to Quincy again. Luke Shaw battling with him. Willems gets the cross in, and the keeper comes and claims. Half an hour to go. Not really done much myself in the last 30 in-game minutes really. It's been all one-way orange action, but no goals yet. Dele Alli steals it off Quincy Promes. Going to turn back, look for support. Is Eric Dyer. He's got good strength if we need to use it. Barkley through to Kane. This is the chance to bury it. 2-0. 25 minutes from time. It's the first chance we've had all half, really. And the first chance we've probably had since we scored the goal as well. But good football. Harry Kane just bending away, and a very good finish from the 90-rated striker. One of the best strikers in world football in this save right now, Harry Kane. Proving to be exactly that. 2-0 England. Unfortunately, for OCD purposes, we're not going to match the result of every other game at the quarter-final stage. But if we get through, I don't care. All that matters is progression in the tournament. And right now, we are heavy favourites with a 2-0 scoreline with less than 25 minutes to go. Dele into Dyer, looking over the top. It's a lovely ball with the outside of the foot from Eric Dyer. That's a foul, surely. Harry Kane felled on the edge of the box. Who's going to take this free kick? Kane has lined up for it himself. What is his free kick accuracy? 68? Don't think so, my man. Could give it to Eric Dyer. Probably am going to give it to Eric Dyer, unless there's anyone on the bench I could bring on. Strange run up for someone with only 50-odd curve. Actually, Dyer might end up coming... Ah, ha, ha, ha. Guess who's going to come on? James Ward-Prowse, he can take a free kick. Let's throw Jack Wilshere in there as well. And you know what? Let's give Marcus Rashford a run out, because considering how well he played in the last game. Give him 20 minutes here in a European Championships quarter-final. And it's going to be James Ward-Prowse to take the free kick. Presumably in the 80s. Yep. 89 curves. We'll bend it away to bend it back in again. Ooh, side netting only. Trying to keep it low and whip it around the wall rather than going over the top, considering how close it was to the edge of the box. But it wouldn't quite bend enough. Never mind. 2-0. Big ball over the top. Halliday should win this header and has. Dele Alli will reach the loose ball. James Ward-Prowse around the corner to Rashford. You see the run being made through the middle by a rather enthusiastic Jack Wilshere, shall we say. Dele Alli through there to Rashford. He'll play it into Wilshere. Tackled, but it drops to Chamberlain. Into the middle. Oh, nearly finding Rashford for another goal. Here's De Vries, pushed a long way forward as the Dutch look for a way back into the game, and they might get one here. Vincent Janssen with the most ridiculous header you've ever seen. Meeting it on the edge of the 18-yard box and powering that right into the top corner. That's unreal. What a header. Game on. 2-1 now. Are the Netherlands on the way back? 9 minutes to go. Win that header, please, Marcus. Thank you. Wilshere will drill this out wide, although it's poorly placed. Williams down the line to Memphis. They've taken off Vincent Janssen now. He scored the goal and immediately got replaced by Luke de Jong. Here is said striker replacement. And Luke de Jong could go solo here or pass it off. He's gone solo, drawing a save out of the keeper. This is getting rather worrisome now. 5 minutes to go. Memphis with the corner. Everybody is in the box, so if this gets cleared away, we could catch them on the counter, but they've got another corner first. Hopefully, if it does get cleared away, there'll be someone with pace on the end of it, like Rashford. Bradley Halliday smacks that away. You're going to have to close Memphis down. Their defenders are trotting back now, but John Stones gets that header away. Quickly back in, though, to the danger area. Tackled. Wilshere loses it, but foul given, and we'll take the advantage. Thank you very much. We will take the free kick, not the advantage. 90 seconds between us and stoppage time, and then probably only a couple of minutes after that between us and a European Championship semi-final. Rashford will poke that through there to Wilshere. Cross to Dele Alli. I'm going to drive infield to draw the defender towards me to open up the space for Oxlade-Chamberlain, who in turn will come inside. Oh, I tried to pull that back to Wilshere. Dele Alli into Rashford. He scored a couple of goals in the group stage. Not able to end the game here with a third for him in the tournament and a third for us in this game. 4 minutes added on at the end. The Dutch need a goal right now. But they're taking their time coming forward. And Bradley Halliday wasting precious seconds here. And there is the final whistle. We win. It got a little bit nervy towards the end there. The entirety of the second half was all one-way pressure. Apart from when we went up the other end and scored the second goal. And that second goal proved crucial. The difference between the two sides in a 2-1 victory. We're through to the semi-final, which will be played tomorrow. The Dutch had plenty of possession and more chances, but we were victorious. The semi-final will be played as a one-off special, because, of course, if we reach the final, that'll be a one-off special as well. I won't wear the suit for the semi, I'll wear this. But if we get to the final, then I will wear the suit for that. But for now, unless there's any more news about Cambridge United, which it doesn't look like there will be, I'll be back. Actually, when will you see this? I don't know what day you'll see this. You'll probably see this Friday, thinking about it. So I'll be back. Oh, we're off for Anthony Lozano. He's going nowhere. He's the man that scored our Champions League winning goal. I'll be back. If you're seeing this Friday, which I think you are, I'll be back tomorrow with an episode of the Napoli career mode at midday and another episode of this in the evening. The episode being the short-term loan for Ewan Watson. He's not going to get first-team football at Bayern. What's the point? You can see what the budget is for this season there. £42 million. Short-term loan for Tyler Brown, though, I will accept. So you already know. Spoilers for episode 1 of season 6 of the Career Mode RTG. You know what the transfer budget is going to be. But we'll head into the semi-final against Belgium in the next episode as a one-off special. And for now, that'll bring this episode to a close. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. I'll see you next time.